the President this afternoon. Your name first and the purpose of visiting the President and some of the things that you guys discussed.
Okay. My name is Ibrahim Jawara, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources. The ministry headed by the Honorable Minister, Honorable Rohijan Manjang, and together with the West Africa Coastal Resilience project team, headed by the project coordinator, Dr. Sanyang, together with other members of the team and the director of the Central Projects Coordination Unit of the ministry. Basically, we're here to brief His Excellency the President, Barrow, on the implementation status of the Waca project, and also what the project intends to do now in the next year in terms of flood control in the Koto Stream catchment area. So it's just to brief the President on what has happened so far and what will happen in the next year or two.
Okay, will you mind tell us, where you are right now with the project, and then a brief summary of what you tell the President?
Action. My full name is Mohamed Lamin Sanya. So we were given the project implementation update. The project itself is a regional initiative on the West Africa Coastal Area Program that has 9 countries that are benefiting currently. You have the phase 1, we call it Waca Recip 1. That is the phase 1. We have 6 countries that benefited. And Gambia is lucky to be part of phase 2, Gambia, Ghana, and Guinea-Bissau. So since it's a regional project, we have 1 regional component and 3 national components. The regional component basically is to effectively coordinate coastal management. And the 3 national components, the first one is strengthening policy and institutional capacities around climate change, disaster risk reduction, pollution prevention, and the list goes on. And you have the third one, which is very important, component 3, is strengthening our national physical and social investment. Basically, this particular component is to support infrastructure and livelihood improvement interventions around the Koto Stream. So the intervention of the project is Koto Stream. So going back to component 2, we are currently supporting 8 government institutions to build their capacity and also train their technical staff in matters around climate change, disaster risk reduction, infrastructures, and the list goes on. But the other part is the policy. We are supporting the Ministry of Lands to develop the first national land policy. I'm happy to announce that it's currently ongoing consultations. And number 2, we have also supported NDMA, that is the National Disaster Management, to develop the National Disaster Reduction Policy. That has already been validated, and it has gone to the Disaster Council, already passed that. And I learned that they have also, they took it to the cabinet as well. So we also, we have hired a consultant. The lead institution is NDMA, to develop the National Disaster Risk Financing Regulation that will really help in financing disasters. So also on environmental part, we are reviewing the anti-littering regulation, as well as the environmental quality management regulation. When it comes to MECNA, that is Ministry of Climate Change, and Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and National Resources, we are supporting them to review their strategy plan. So there is a lot going on in terms of policies and strengthening institutions. When it comes to the physical part, we are hiring a consultant, international consultant, with a partnership from our local companies here in the Gambia to conduct a feasibility study as well as a detailed engineering design for Koto Stream. So the intervention area is Koto Stream. So we also updated the President why Koto Stream was selected.
Why is it so important for you to come today to meet the President and brief him regarding your activities?
I think it is very important as the highest office, and this is a national project that will affect the life and livelihood of over 200,000 people. So Kutu Stream, just to give you a background, is 11.2 kilometers. And then you have the catchment area as 1,881 hectares. You have over 200,000 people living there, densely populated. When you calculate that, roughly is about 10% of our national population. So anything to do with that project is very important. And just recently, during the beginning of the before the rainy season, we had the short-term intervention for flood mitigation. So that one was really successful, and we thought it is necessary to brief His Excellency on that. And we had a concern also, that is the heavy encroachment of the stream. Yes, heavy encroachment of the stream. So if we are to redesign that stream again, some of those structures need to go off. So I think it is really important to start discussing that at that highest level. And also we have started communicating with the communities and all that.
Thank you. Yeah, you did talk about land policy. You developed land policy because land is a problem in the country. What are some of the issues that you include in developing land policy?
Okay, what I said is we have hired an international consultant and a local lead coordinator with their thematic working groups. They are currently working on the land policy. So it's still at a very early stage. They have already done the regional consultation. They came down to the urban area. They have consulted the youths, the private sector. So consultation is still going on. So we expect before the end of the year to have the draft out. So I'm not part and parcel. I'm not the consultant, but very soon the findings will come out.